Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Cast Carbon. This video is essentially going to be a sort of preview and discussion about the next armor project I want to post here on YouTube. I'm going to try to be as to the point as I can be, but I will likely get long-winded. I'll do my best. I should script videos, dude. So without wasting any more time, the next project, my next armor that I want to build is going to be Alphonse Elric from Fullmetal Alchemist. Haha. So for anyone who is watching who's not an anime fan, Fullmetal Alchemist is a very beloved and popular anime series, as well as, of course, a manga. The original manga and manga author is Miss Himaru Arakawa. And this is a very, very beloved manga series as well as anime. And actually, there are two anime adaptations of Fullmetal Alchemist. There's the original 2003 version and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Now, I'm not going to go into all the intricacies and nuances and all the different things and discussions about the different versions of Fullmetal Alchemist, but I will simply say I am reading the manga for the first time, and I'm enjoying it thoroughly. I watched the 2003 version when I was a high schooler because I'm old, and I have enjoyed Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood a number of times. So, it's pretty good stuff. And to the type of person who may not be an anime fan, but is curious about anime, I would say Fullmetal Alchemist is a great starter series. I would say watch Brotherhood. That'd be a good sort of starter to getting into anime if you're curious or interested. So now, from this point through probably the end of me building Alphonse, there's always going to be the potential for spoilers. So make sure you go ahead and read and/or watch Fullmetal Alchemist because. Also, it's pretty old, so you know what I mean? Watch it, read it. It's really good. Anyway, so Alphonse Elric, that suit of armor from Fullmetal Alchemist. This is going to be a very different type of beast. See, whereas Master Chief is very, he's sci-fi. He's got a lot of angles and sharp edges, but he's more angular. There's a lot of detail, sci-fi that's very mechanical, versus Alphonse, which is much more organic and also more obviously medieval inspired. And so what this means automatically is that the techniques I'm going to have to be using are going to be different. I'm going to be utilizing hammers and anvils and stuff like that far more. Case in point, I've already purchased a legitimate anvil. By the time you're seeing this video, I've already been playing with it, so hopefully I've gotten a bit of a hang of how to properly use it. Sort of properly use it. Alphonse, what do I want to actually do? What do I want to accomplish? Master Chief taught me a lot of lessons. Building the Halo 2 armor taught me a number of important lessons that I want to carry over to Alphonse. The first and most important was my material choice. Now, Master Chief and Alphonse both, they're going to be steel. That's going to stay the same. But the specifics are what steel am I using? For whatever reason, I had it in my mind that I really wanted 16 gauge steel for Master Chief. This was a poor decision on my part. For Alphonse, predominantly, I think I'm going to be using 18 gauge steel, but I'm going to use a variety of thicknesses of steel. Depending on what part of him I'm working on, depending on what my needs are going to be, I want to use a variety of steels so I can use what is right for that piece. If you saw on the final build video for Master Chief, in the description I laid out how heavy the Halo 2 armor ended up being, And yeah, being close to 90 pounds was really not great. So for Alphonse, I would like to make sure that this is not going to be the same type of problem. So like I said, I'm going to lean more towards 18 gauge steel, and I want to make sure that I'm using thinner material, not just for weight, but also because of price, ease of forming it, and I think I can even go as thin as like maybe 20 gauge for certain other parts. You know, certain parts like, you know, pieces of the boots, and Alphonse has a lot of spikes. I plan to use 22 gauge for that, so I can easily get that form of a cone shape. Since I'm talking about materials though, not only do I want to make sure to use steel, but I'm going to try my best to use all leather for the parts that are leather, and I want to incorporate also chainmail in a few spots where it is appropriate for Alphonse to have that chainmail. You know, just I want to make sure that each piece of Alphonse is using the materials that would be appropriate for that suit of armor. That kind of leads into my philosophy behind this build, which is that I want to build Alphonse as sort of pseudo realistic as possible. And what I mean is I want to use the proper materials, clearly, but I want to build him in a way that is as functional as I can make him. Now, I'm going to have an image of him over here. When we look at Alphonse's design, he's obviously very clearly fantasy medieval, right? But, and I mean this with as much respect as I can give, there are certain design elements that would make him difficult for a warrior to use that armor. You know, the breastplate being so broad, it would make it a challenge to bring the arm across the body, or, you know, raise the arms up, stuff like that. There are also some scenes where we see Alphonse without the loincloth part, and the armor is designed to have the metal diaper, air quotes, which is, to my understanding, pretty ahistorical. But I have ideas of how I can make armor be on that part of the body without being crazy and difficult for a person to wear. Another thing to talk about, the wearing of the armor. I don't want to build Alphonse to be the giant costume that you see a lot of people wear. Now, when I say that, I mean all respect to the people who have built Alphonse before me. In fact, there's a handful of videos I've watched of other cosplayers who have built Alphonse, and I think their work is really cool. And so I actually want to link their videos and whatnot in the description for y'all to see. I'm pulling inspiration from these people. I think they've done some really cool work, and I kind of want to learn lessons from them and take some inspiration from them, because they have done some awesome work. But my goal isn't to build the gigantic costume with the false head that's above my own head. What I want to try to do is build like the real plate mail version of this thing, right? So I'm going to scale it so it fits on me, but I want it to look proportionally correct, right? So like the body will still be, it'll look big, the shoulders will look big, the thigh armor is going to look big, but I want it to, you know, proportionally it'll look great, proportionally it'll look like Alphonse, but scale, it'll fit me. And I will go ahead and say that I have been in preparation for this costume for a while, this project for a while. I've done a lot of cardboard and paperboard prototyping, and largely the patterns I'm going to be using are my own. To be fair and to be honest, I did start off with a set of Pepakura files that I was using as inspiration to get a design, or excuse me, to get an understanding of the design. But I have largely crafted my own patterns for Alphonse, and it's been quite a process. But honestly, not as overly complicated as I had previously anticipated. To summarize, we're going to do a scaled, proportionally accurate, semi-realistic functionality, all proper materials version of Alphonse Elric. Essentially, at the end of the day, what I want to do is take inspiration from the 14th century, 15th century European German armors and apply the build logic onto Alphonse. I don't know if this is going to be successful, but I am very excited to give it a try. So then, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have for y'all today. I'm not entirely sure when I'm going to get started exactly. It is currently, as of this recording, the tail end of July 2026, and I would like to wait until it's a little cooler to really dig into building Alphonse, but I know me, I've been dreaming of this project for a hot minute, so I probably will get started fairly soon. So just keep your eyes open. Also, I started a Twitter account. I don't know how to social media, so I probably won't be posting there very often. But if you're interested, I will leave a link in the description if you want to yell at me on Twitter. Cool. And so, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you like what I do here, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Cast Carbon, and I'm going to keep on keeping on.